Oh, whoops, I forgot about the intro screen. Hi there everyone, hi! Welcome, how you doing? Hi. Hello everyone, I just need 5 minutes, that's all I need. That's all I need. Hi the Happy, hi the Cyber, hi the Cycling, hi the Melissa, hi the Thean, hi the DRDDR, 8, hi the Happy. Hi. Welcome. Let me first get a sip of coffee. Okay, so... yeah, all I need is 5 minutes. That is all I need. Because I've reached the point where I really have to push myself to finish the video. So today we're just gonna take 5 minutes to finish it. How hard could it possibly be? Right. How's everyone doing, by the way, on this fine day? Make it just did it Japan, did I? Did I really do it Japan? I have no idea what that means. How is everyone going? How are you all doing on this fine day? Let me also open my music folder. Hold on, that's incorrect. I'm doing great, thanks. How about you, Makey? I am doing, certainly. I certainly am. I'm glad you're doing well, Siphon. I really am glad. Oh, great, actually. That's higher than well. That's even better. There's some averagely stressful. That's fair. I slept 25 hours separated by 1 hour intervals. That does not seem healthy. But I get it, sometimes just be days like that. Okay. So... video, right. I need to open up the correct thing. Leptons and electromagnetism, that is the correct thing. Lepton 6, if I'm not mistaken. I just keep saving them because I'm so scared I will crash. I was sick, but I feel like a baby right now. Oh, when you can just sleep off the sickness, that is an amazing feeling. I absolutely love that feeling. Oh yeah, I also rented last thing. This.
Our chemical reaction, we're not really pushing a ball into an empty room, only a room filled with other balls. So as this ball falls...
there we go. Nego wouldn't be happy. A golden star to anyone who gets the reference.
with other balls. So as this ball falls, it pushes other balls around, resulting in a lot of movement. This movement is heat. But fire isn't just heat.
Heat or temperature? That's a good question because heat is the transfer of thermal energy, isn't it? If I remember correctly from thermodynamics.
You see, electrons have electromagnetic charge. Heat. You see, electrons have electromagnetic charge. This allows them
Oh boy, how am I supposed to animate this?
to attract the electromagnetic field, and by extent, the carrier particle of the electromagnetic field, the photon.
Oh, I know how I'm supposed to animate that. Never mind. I got it. It's all clear and good. How many frames is that? Eyeballing it, that's like 1/3 to the end, right? Seems like it. So 300. Oh, how convenient. 380. Sweet. So right here, we're gonna have the camera just pan up. Like this. There we go. And we need an electron up there. Fortunately, we do have an electron right here, which we're just gonna copy. Clear the keyframes because they're not needed. And right here, x coordinate, the same, with a bit higher on z, closer. There we go. How's the motion or the depth of field thing? It seems to be just fine-ish. Let me just make sure that it's correct. There we go. I'm gonna go, but I love your content and please don't burn out. Take rest when you need and treat yourself with compassion. Thanks for making science so easy to follow. Well, thank you so much, Joseph. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I really... it's kind of odd for me because I'm entering a phase where... this is one of the first times in my life where I actually feel like I could use a vacation. I really don't vacate. It's not the thing I do. But well, unfortunately, today is not a month, nor a quarter of a year when I can, so Oh, this is way too bright. Yeah, that's the problem. We're gonna move it down like this. Move this up. There we go. Oh, that's a bit too quick, isn't it? There we go. And then once this renders, we'll have the thing. Ah, you owe us nothing and you should be happy. Yeah, but... Ah. Let me just have a sip. No, I need another sip of coffee before we get into that kind of conversation. I can't do this sober. I have nothing else to do. Do not die, I recommend that. The thing is, I know me. I know myself. Right now I feel like I need a vacation. The second I finish this video, I'll get a huge productivity boost. And then I'll be fine. One of the first break needed for weekly uploads. First break for weekly uploads. I don't know, in 2070? 2090? Hi there, study count. I'm here studying binomial theorem. What you doing, mate? I'm just animating a video. Kind of simple process, honestly. Oh, actually editing it. Yeah, we're at the point where we should edit. Oh, okay, I'm fine. I'm good. It's fine. It's whatever. All I have to do is now edit the video. You get 100,000 subs and you get some disposable income. Go visit a lab in the USA or get a bit in the right direction. I don't think that at 100,000 subscribers I'll have disposable income. Right now I'm in the red. I am, in fact, in the red. It's not that I'm lacking disposable income. I'm lacking income in general. I feel like I'll have some disposable income once my videos start getting 100,000. So each one will always have 100,000. That's when my income will be sufficient to sustain myself. What is your job anyway? Well, since recently, YouTube is my full-time job. Yeah, that's why I'm in the red mainly. That's mainly why. Okay. Right here we need to start with something strong, something powerful, some good music. So yeah, I need to turn off this, and we need the music. But we need some powerful music. So I haven't used the theme 4 in a while, have I?
Let's start with an ice cube. If you zoom in...
Oh, I sometimes forget just how amazing this is. The paramere, why did I say a simple, right? That's what we need.
Really far into it, you will see vaguely cloudy blobs arranged in a neat pattern. If we zoom in on these blobs some more, we'll see that they are made up of individual tiny blobs, kind of melting together, or rather bonded.
What was your job before YouTube? You wouldn't believe it. I was an animator and an editor. So yeah, that's what it was. I was making animations and editing ads.
Now, these tiny blobs are made up of a cloud, clouding around the uniform center. A center so tiny that we can't even see it from this scale, and we just have to keep going until we can see that it's not uniform at all, and is in fact made up of tiny.
Make it. Who's your favorite physicist? Like dead or alive, or? That's a good question. Favorite physicist? That's... Oh boy. I mean, I know that people say... really often, I know that Einstein is a bit overrated, but I mean, I gotta love the relativity, right? Very sad. Just 2 months from now, every video will get 120,000 views and above. If every single video of mine gets 120,000 views and above, then I shouldn't be in the red. I hope.
Absolutely tiny blobs of which we can determine 2 types. Now, today's video, we will start...
Oh, the timing is so perfect, unbelievable.
What you get when you remove the abstraction of the blobs and enter the subatomic domain.
Right here. Okay, no, we need this to be a bit further down, don't we?
Domain. Or in other words,
Oh yeah, and there we go. Pa-pa-da-pa. Pa-pa. Pa-pa-da-pa. And right here we need to start the actual video, so... piss off with you. You go back. You get back here. There we go. And then we need to move you a fair bit further.
or in other words,
It doesn't reach till the very beginning, which means we'll have to extend it somehow. Make it. Who's your favorite physicist of all time? I mean, I do love Einstein. I gotta say, I know it's like an obvious thing, and I know it's common sentiment, but I do love Einstein mainly because relativity is such a mad theory. It's so mad. To be honest, the quality of it is punching way above your sub count. I don't know. I feel like I need to bring it up.
have an ice cube. If you zoom in really far into it, you'll
Okay, I need to extend it somehow.
see vaguely cloudy blobs arranged in a neat pattern. If we zoom in on these blobs some more,
Right here. No, that's not a good place to cut. I'm trying to find a place which I can repeat in a
you'll
seamless
see that
way.
they are made up of individual tiny blobs, kind of melting together, or rather,
Oh boy, if I manage to do it actually, this would be so impressive.
together. Now,
I don't think it's gonna work.
kind of melting together, or rather, bonded together.
Okay.
Melting together, or rather, bonded together. Now, these tiny blobs I made up.
Yeah, yeah, it sucks, but oh well. 5 minutes, yeah, 5 minutes, I just need 5 minutes. Seen a pink and orange sky, I just saw it in a dream. Pink and orange, I actually have seen a pink and orange sky. When there's sunrise happening, really often you get pink and orange.
Made up of individual tiny blobs, kind of melting together, or rather, bonded together. Now, these.
Okay, sweet, we got this. Right here, I also want to add some sound effects to my videos because I feel like they're extremely dry without any sound effects. Hi, Digital Potent. Time to go statical and divergent vector fields. Good luck with the video, brother. Thank you. Good luck to you too with the divergence of vector fields. Sounds advanced, actually. No, what was I looking for? Right, sound effects. My beloved copyright-free boing sounds. And over there I have magical, and over there I have magic. Is this the one I'm thinking of?
Melting together, or rather, bonded.
It is the one I'm thinking of. Oh, that's great. Okay. Lower this down.
Bonded together.
Tensor sounds painful. It's not that painful. Tensor is... Well, basically, tensor is just like a group of all... Oh, how am I supposed to explain that? You know what the scalar, what the vector, and what the matrix is? Sounds like something that dentist would do. Multi-dimensional vector. It doesn't even have to be a multi-dimensional... I'm pretty certain the vector is a tensor. I'm pretty certain that scalars, vectors, and matrices are all tensors. So tensor is more like a generalized object with numbers. It's not that difficult by itself.
Bonded together.
Okay, we need to move this back.
Together, or rather, bonded. Together, or rather, bonded together. Now, these.
Up a bit.
Together, or rather, bonded together. Now, these tiny blobs are made up of a cloud, clouding around the uniform center. A center so tiny.
And right here we need running water sounds, which I don't know if I have actually. My goodness. Production crate. My beloved. Would I perchance has Piss off. And there we go. Would I perchance has maybe a running water sound effect? Water. In audio. Not that. Damn it! Quit loading things. As much as I appreciate the Black Friday thing. Kind of. I mean, I would need to do so much of the convolution reverb. It's fine. That's a bit aggressive. I can make it happen. I get it because it's funny. You get it. Now, liquid. We already have one. We have this one. The only problem is with this one, we'll need to do some convolution reverb magic.
Is so tiny that we can't even...
Oh, we need to start the splash too, actually. No, let's go with this one. I should have water. You should have water. Water is pretty solid, I would say. If I had to make a list of top 10 liquids, water would be there. Water. Official make its choice for top 10 liquids. Whoa, why is this so long? If I had a nickel for every single time, I had that before, am I right? Okay, let's shorten this up a bit. Let's actually pop the music to a bit higher. There we go.
Clouding around the uniform center.
And then simple parametric EQ.
Clouding around the uniform center.
You can go a bit higher though, it's fine.
Clouding around the uniform center. Center so...
There we go, right here.
So tiny that we can't even see it from this scale, and we just have to keep going until...
Negative 16, let's try.
Tiny that we can't even see it from this scale, and we just have to keep going.
Oh, I am good at what I do, apparently. That works. Okay. I'll take it. Now the only thing is the convolution reverb, because I can't just leave it like that. It's garbage.
So tiny that we can't even see it from this scale, and we just have to keep going until... We can see that it's not uniform at all, and is in fact made up of tiny, absolutely tiny blobs, of which we can determine two types. Now today's video, we will start with what you get when you remove the abstraction of the blobs and enter the subatomic domain. Or in other words...
Ba ba da ba. Ba ba. Ba ba da ba. Ba da ba 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 ba.
So first, quarks.
Alright, right here we can just cut, and right here we can just lower the parametric equalizer at something like, I don't know, negative 30 something.
So first...
Or actually not lower it, because that's obviously gonna sound like garbage. Instead, keyframe them suckers. What would you be? 20.4 and 0. Oh, piss! Okay, yeah. In retrospect, it should have been negative 20.4. Good point. That's a good point. Oh, piss. My... oh, piss. That's... Ow. Okay. Yeah, in retrospect, that's a fair point. It should have been negative 20.4, not 20.4. Why didn't you all warn me? Why didn't anyone say anything? Why didn't anyone be like... Why didn't anyone say, like, make it? It was supposed to be negative 20.4, not 20.4.
So first, quarks. For quarks, we have two ways to understand them. The basic way and the accurate way.
Okay, let's finish the sound effects first before... I mean, once I finish with this, that's like 1 minute out of 30. That's like 3% of the video finished. It's fine.
Let's start with a nice kind of melting together, or rather bonded together. Now, these tiny blobs...
Yeah, the sound effect is here mostly to mask the transition, but it's fine.
Clouding around the uniform center so tiny that we can't even see it.
Yeah, that's not good enough. We need the convolution reverb to be a whole, I guess, but then we would need damping all the way, I think.
Center so tiny that we can't...
No, that's not. I ain't damping it the way I thought it would. Okay, there we go. The room size obviously big.
Center so tiny that we can't even see it from this scale.
Let's lower the mix down a bit.
Tiny that we can't even see it from this scale.
That works. I am satisfied.
Center so tiny that we can't even see it from this scale, and we just have to
Keep going in.
Until we can see that it's not uniform at all, and is in fact made up of tiny, absolutely tiny blobs, of which we can determine two types. Now, today's video, we will start with what you get when you remove the abstraction of the blobs and enter the subatomic domain. Or in other words...
What's your opinion on anti-annihilatism? I have no idea what that is. I'm not familiar with that video game.
Quarks. For quarks, we have two ways to understand them. The basic way...
Oh, by the way, how's the animation? Oh, it's finished. That's nice. We do need to animate as we go on because I am... Well, render time is the thing that's gonna stop us, definitely. That's certain.
Just heat. You see, electrons have electromagnetic charge. This allows them to
Interact with photons.
interact with the electromagnetic field, and by extent, the carrier particle of the electromagnetic field.
There we go, right, you want the photon to pop in from the left side. Sounds political. It does sound political, and I don't like the fact that pseudonym knows that term, because if pseudonym knows that term, that means it's going to be a political, annoying, controversial term, and I ain't into that. I ain't into that. There we go. Now what we need is the photon, and I've done a splendid job with the photon. There we go, give me this. Rotate by 90 degrees, and then 80 to 520. Keyframe move to the right by 2 units, because why not? And then you can see the reflection in the electron, which means I have to move it till the reflection isn't noticeable anymore. For example, by it being in the ground, that's decent. And then Z coordinate, the same one as the camera, like this, and then Y coordinate, no X coordinate, the same one as the camera. Actually, no, the Z coordinate, same thing as this. What am I doing? And then -2. It doesn't look like it, but they are on the same. Well, if it doesn't look like it, I guess it doesn't matter. It has to look like it. That's kind of the whole point. Go back. There we go. I'm sorry, what happened to the camera? There we go. Sweet. It's not merely political though, it has societal and environmental consequences too. Oh, would you look at that? I was correct. I really honestly need like a chatbot to just remove all of the political comments from my screen, not in general. Y'all can have fun, discuss politics all you want, I don't care for it. I just don't want it poisoning me, alright? Am I saying politics is poison? Yes, I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. No politics, we have a podium just for that. Also no bigotry, only if you want to do it the political way and hide it, but don't do it! That's certainly a happy comment. Okay. Where we be at? Did I hear politics for argument? Need my popcorn? No, I don't. I'm not going into politics. I don't care for it. I don't have enough hate in my life to go into politics.
We have two ways to understand them. The basic way.
Nor am I in enough denial. The basic way and the advanced way. Both of these will require their own sound effects, which fortunately I have a habit of just hoarding. Electronic, what is it? And the switch is always there. The Make It Classic at this point. Make It Classic presents the switch. And then give me this. Actually, this rather. Or actually, none of them. I take it back. That's because all these have keyframes. I don't want to have keyframes. There we go.
The basic way.
Doesn't feel like enough.
The basic way. And the accurate.
Also feels like it should be shorter.
The basic way and the accurate.
There we go. I guess the animation is not lagging behind because that's the problem, but oh well, one issue at a time.
The basic way and the accurate way.
And then pitch shifter and shift the pitch of the second one like this.
The basic way and the accurate way. The accurate way is purely mathematical, extremely advanced, completely painful, unbearably complex, and mind-numbingly tough, hellishly unbearable, so... yeah, we'll just...
I'm comical. Happy is 9-year-old pseudonym, you sick fuck. My goodness, pseudonym, can you stop sexualizing children, please? Jeez, honestly. In politics, by the way, I was trying to name a chemical process, I forgot what it was called. Analytism. I'm not good at chemistry. That sounds like that sounds like something with inorganic chemistry, actually. Oh no, I don't know that. I don't know what that is.
Bearable, so... yeah, we'll just use the basic one. The basic one is, we have up quarks and down quarks, and they make up protons and neutrons like this. Okay, that's it's a bit short, I promised. Bigger video on elementary particles, so... fine, advanced way it is, I guess. Our story begins with scientists discovering a proton...
Right here we can change the music, actually, because we want to change the vibe.
yeah, we'll just use the basic one. The basic one is, we have up quarks and down quarks, and they make up protons and neutrons like this. Okay.
Would it be funnier if I do it this way, or if I lower it down slowly?
This. Okay, that's it's a bit short, I promised. Bigger video on elementary particles, so... fine, advanced way it is, I guess.
Right, we need some music, some poppin' good music. Maybe jazz, actually. Maybe jazz would be nice. Serious and spiteful of a mispronunciation. I mispronounce things all the time, I'm all for it. Jazz kit? Hit. A complete hit. Exactly what I needed.
Story begins with scientists discovering a proton and a neutron. Our story begins with scientists discovering a proton and a neutron. A pretty big discovery, I would say. Quite fun, and all scientists get excited. I mean, huge breakthrough of a decade or century. We'll never get another particle like... oh my goodness, another particle, a lambda baryon. That's incredible. Definitely a breakthrough of the decade. We'll never get another particle like... An omega baryon, an exciting
I am funny.
baryon. That's incredible. What a break. Oh, would you look at that? They can be the charmed bottom or top. That's and they can also be like prime. I'm sorry. What? Why are there so many particles? That was the point at which scientists realized that it's a bit suspicious.
Okay, there we
So
go.
many particles.
Okay, there isn't pause between me actually going in there and that, which is...
That was the point at which scientists realized that it's a bit suspicious that we have so many.
Do you have a twin?
around.
Oh yeah, I have an evil twin. Tikam.
We needed some way to organize them better. In the wars of Willis Lamb, a Nobel Prize winner, the finder of a new elementary particle used to be rewarded by a Nobel Prize. But such a discovery now ought to be punishable by a $10,000 fine. And now some of you might be confused. Wait a second, make it. None of the particles you mentioned so far are elementary. And that's because this is in the good old days when we thought they were elementary. But since there were this many of them, some scientists had a scandalous thought. Maybe they're not elementary. Alright. So, first imagine a 3D space. Except you don't need to imagine it because I put it right there on your screen, right there. You're welcome. Now in this case, this 3D space
Oh, you can't even hear the breaking music because it just glosses over so quickly.
won't correspond to position, only quarkness. So right here we have...
Calm down, jeez. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm... Am I right? Oh my goodness.
have an up quark, a down quark, and a strange quark. This may seem a bit confusing at first, but it's a pretty standard way to describe things in mathematics. For example, if you've got a fruit basket with oranges, apples, and bananas, then you can describe it as a 3D space where these are apples, these are oranges, and these are bananas. Now, each point in this space will describe a different combination of the three. Right here 5 apples, 3 oranges, and 1 banana. Right here 7 bananas, and right here 1 of each. Now the same thing we're doing for our quarks. Each point describes a different combination of the up, down, and strange. Each of these points is just a vector. With these precise 3 coordinates.
We're at 3 minutes. My goodness, we're at 10% of the video. 10% of the video is finished. Oh, we're going so quickly. Oh, it's crazy. It's gonna be done in no time. 5 minutes. If you would do on a count, that's how much. Some jockey milk and a plushie, yeah. Oh, that was a good stretch. Okay.
Other balls. So as this ball falls, it pushes other balls around, resulting in a lot of movement. This movement is heat. But fire isn't just heat. You see, electrons have electromagnetic charge. This allows them to interact with the electromagnetic field, and by extent, the carrier particle of the electromagnetic field, the photon. That's why,
Indeed.
if an electron is in an excited state, so a state with a lot of energy, if it really wants to state.
Oh, right here we should have a loop where the electrons jiggling. I appreciate the fact that this person is spending so much time researching, editing, and rendering to provide us quality science content for free. Yeah, we should appreciate that. I agree. That should be appreciated. I feel like we should all appreciate that. 70. Let's go for this way, might as well. 70, isn't that a lot? That's a little bit lot. A little bit of a lot. We can also go this way. Now, want it to jiggle, we will want it to just move in a chaotic way really quickly. I think that might be too slow. Actually, we could, I suppose, have 2 different animations. One of them for it just being a loop, the other one it getting excited, and getting excited would be just it brightening up. That would fit, certainly. Yeah. That's You better believe that's going into the best comments channel. You better believe. My goodness. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, right, it getting excited, which means we need to copy this right here. Maybe make it a bit smaller to 85. Sweet. Actually, 6. Why not? And then it's gonna be jiggling really quick. And then this, in order for it to speed up, we're gonna have... Oh boy, right, shading. We want to start with it getting brighter, which we conveniently have a node right here. Control precisely that, precisely the brightness, because Make It is a genius who set it up properly, so that now we can just crank that bad boy up, and also we can change up the color ramp to have the difference between them be even more extreme. Nah, that doesn't matter. I could also do it with powers, I guess. No, well. On the AI a person to do all the rendering and editing, only focus on narrating, writing, listening. Is it because of personal values? Because I don't have money, Titan. That's why. If I could, like, outsource editing and animating and all that jazz to someone else, I would. I can't, though. I don't have money. It would be so expensive. Make it is broke. I am. I love love. Happy. Right, 2 rights for left, mate. I'm right there with you. There's nothing better. I've been rewatching more and more of Disney animations recently. My goodness, I love them animations. There are plenty of people who do it for them for free. Yeah, but I don't want to use people this way. I feel like that's mean. Just using people. Basically like free internship, except it's not even an internship.
Range. Each of these points is just a vector, with these precise 3 coordinates, the upness, the downness, and the strangeness. In this case, the up and down do not refer to the position, only its name of a quark. It might as well have been called red and green, or squishy and rigid, or subscribed and like. There is no difference, it's just the name. Now, since each point right here is a vector, we can apply a matrix to it. So basically, we can transform it in some way. For example, we can rotate a vector like this.
Whoa, it's an actual vector rotation. It's not me just cheesing it, it's actual rotation. How did I do? I'm with an empty.
Mechanics functions.
Difference between using people and being humble enough to accept you can't do everything and accept help from those who love and support you. Yeah, but I'm not humble though. That's the problem, Titan. I'm not. I have a... Well, I don't really have a god complex. I already mentioned. It's only a god complex, you know, the god. But I'm not humble. That's the issue, Titan. I'm the opposite. I am... I refuse to accept that I can't do everything, and so I just will. So I guess that's the issue with me.
Only rotate this vector. Any matrix transform that scales it, moves it, isn't allowed. The reason why is that's just how quantum mechanics works. It's complex mathematics. That's just what these things are, and that's how things be. This is called flavor rotation for this exact reason, and that's how we can change our quarkness around. Now, this matrix can have imaginary numbers in it. Don't even ask. This is called flavor rotation.
Nah, this segment sucks. But I don't see the easier way to fix it. Hi, the student. Welcome. Of course I remember you, Bedinak. Bedinak, you gotta stop asking me that. I remember you. Being free labor and being an intern kind of idea. Is there a difference between free labor and intern? I thought that was like the same thing.
Quantum mechanics mechanics works, it's complex mathematics, that's just what these things are, and that's how things be. This is called flavor rotation for this exact reason, and that's how we can change our quarkness around. Now, this matrix can have imaginary numbers in it, don't even ask, okay? And thus, if we were to graph every single possible matrix, isn't it?
And right here we need a matrix. Okay, so right here we need another animation. Being that gives you experience, give them mentorship, and provides you with help when you walk. There's no difference, that's a joke. I'm thinking how to animate this properly.
Just what these things are, and that's how things be. This is called
flavor rotation, which means we basically need a matrix with 18, I guess, because of the complex numbers. So 18 different variables. About the importance of internship. I don't know. I mean, being a mentor would be fun, I guess, but mainly for my ego's sake. How am I supposed to? Oh yeah, okay. I think I got an idea. A rough idea on how to do it. I can just open a Blender, save it in not intro, only Quarks right here. Rotation. Hi, this is G. Welcome. Gonna go. Have exams tomorrow. Bye. Bye, student. Have a good one. Good luck. You can do it. How to do matrices? I always forget. I always forget how to do matrices in LaTeX. Begin B matrix. Hope that works. Oh, right. I forgot. Fun. And B matrix, and then AND with this. Seems simple enough. A and B and C. D and E and F. Look at me flexing my alphabet knowledge. I am just so cool. Hope it works. It worked. Would you look at that? Making your file explorer so organized. WTF. Is it? I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. Some people always like the importance of internship and mentoring is controversial in modern society. Appalling. It's always double-edged sword, Titan, unfortunately. It always is, always will be. The thing is, most things which are controversial in our society aren't really obvious. I would even argue that everything that's controversial isn't actually obvious. And the fact that it appears obvious is kind of the whole problem. If you have something that large groups of people disagree on, and if you consider that issue to be obvious, that means you're either wrong or you consider a large group of people idiots. The first one means you're wrong. The second one means, well, you might have an ego problem of your own. At least that's my take on it. Good thing, geopolitical region, large presence of black market is to promote small legal activities. You don't need legal activities for it to be a dick move. You've clearly never taken an internship at just like a corporation. Just a corporation. That's You don't need a black market there. A, B, C, D, F, G, and H and I, but then we need an E there. H. Yes, we can't really have these. Oh boy, we can't have numbers either, can we? Oh, piss, that's gonna be annoying. So what we need instead is... A0 plus... Actually, x0 plus x1i, because I want to showcase how many numbers there are. Which means this, we need to copy it and we need to update it with all the numbers. And this will be 17, this will be 16, this will be 15, this will be 14, this will be 13, this will be 12, this will be 11, this will be 10, this will be 9, this will be 8, this will be 7, 6, 5, 4. I really hope I counted correctly. 3, 2, 1, 0. Perfect. Look at that, I messed up. Because right here, obviously forgot the curly brackets. Love this, the way you explain shit. And how to teach from you. I am glad I helped then, I really am. Like taking a job from another person, fine, but copying I just let you funds title. That is, well, yeah. Or maybe a large group of people can be wrong, like the F being flat. It's not their fault, but you're supposed to politely let them know your perspective. The problem there is... The problem, Titan, is that that kind of dismissiveness leads to just more problems, because people don't believe that Earth is flat just because they believe Earth is flat. That's not how it works. It's not like people don't fight off claims of Earth being round simply because they believe that Earth is flat. If you actually go into a flat Earth movement, you will see that it's actually a huge box of issues which just happen to be boiled down to Earth is flat. That's kind of the result of them. So basically, it mainly both like the anti-vax movements, flat earthers, all of these movements mostly stem from distrust into the public. You know, lack of trust into governments, lack of trust into science, lack of trust into etc, etc. And so in that case, like if a large group of people all of a sudden distrusts a government, for example, then it's kind of, even if the result of that is silly, still, in my opinion, the best way to fix it would be just introduce more transparency. But that's just my opinion. That's why I don't believe that flat earthers are idiots. I just think they've been in a movement which expose them to only certain kinds of information. It's kind of like being stuck in a bubble, actually. Well, I suppose it's the same thing. It's also a bubble. Ah, there we go. That's 18 of them. Fun. Blind believe all the way. That is not wrong, actually. That's what's so annoying about this. It's all relative. My trust in science is blind, and I do have to acknowledge that fact. Well, I don't have to acknowledge it, but I do acknowledge it. It is a blind trust, which kind of goes against science, but it's paradoxical. Alright, sweet, now this is excited. Now all we need to do is just render a couple more. From 61 up to 5. There we go. Transparency comes from respectful discourse on controversial topics, not agreeing to disagree on them. Yeah, but the problem is... I mean, yeah, I just agree. Like, of course, having respectful discourse would be nice. That's why I would like to promote science, because that's the whole deal with science. You have to you need respectful discourse. There isn't... You can't always be absolutely certain of anything, but given the evidence, there always will be the hypothesis with the highest amount of probability. And so if you respectfully just approach someone with an open mind, and if you discuss it for a long enough period of time, then you will reach that outcome. But unfortunately, not everyone can be respectful. Take pseudonym, for example. Pseudonym every just 10 minutes gets like a nervous tick when it just has to say something so hateful. If you find that your perspective of the island, some reviews on it. Yes, pilot is productive. Yeah. Okay, after that we'll need a photon emission. That'll be light. And then the matrix in it.
That's just how quantum mechanics works. And that's how we can change our quarkness around. Now, this matrix can have what these things are, and that's how things be.
It's called flavor rotation. Well, don't cut it this way. Oh my goodness. Just delete this.
Mechanics works. This is called flavor rotation for this exact reason, and that's how we can change our quarkness around. Now, this matrix can have...
Hard Farmer Main. Hi. Welcome.
Now, this matrix can have imaginary numbers. Now, this matrix can have imaginary numbers in it. Don't even ask, okay? And thus, if we were to graph every single possible... Don't even ask, okay? And thus, if we were to graph every single possible matrix, we'd have...
What's really annoying about this is that I'm really going in at the wrong angle. I'm starting with quarks, which is quite an advanced thing to start with. Leptons would be so much easier and simpler. Oh well, oh well, oh well. I was making the video. Oh, it's going so well. Oh, I'm doing so well. You wouldn't even believe me how well I'm doing. I'm just doing that well. Like you wouldn't. Oh man, you have no idea just how well it's going. Not well at all. No, I'm doing so. You have no idea. Oh, oh man, it's going great. I'm at the hating the video portion of the video making process. So I'm at I'm that point where I just absolutely hate what I made. Orange. I feel like no wait. Real. Let's go. Orange. Might as well. And then these are imaginary. Purple. And there we go. Cool. It's a ghastly matrix. It's just a 3x3 matrix of complex numbers. It's not... It's really nothing. 5 kilograms per minute of caffeine solution and finish it. Hold on, let me have a sip.
That reason, and that's how we can change our quarkness around. Now, this matrix can have imaginary numbers in it. Don't even ask, okay? And thus, if we were to graph every single possible matrix, we'd have to do it in 18 dimensions. Now, this might...
Yeah, I don't know how to visualize that because it's 18 dimensions. I am not going to visualize that, in fact. Instead, I'm just going to render it. Render the matrix. That's it. I think it's from most society is we need to be respectful and inclusive to all people perspective regardless of from whom or where they come from. I agree. That's called the scientific mindset. That's what it's called. But the pickle there, Titan, is that if you truly want to do it, you do need to go with every single perspective. And that's tough. That's not easy. Even flat earthers, right? You need to respect their perspective. You need to be respectful. That's what I meant. If you have a large group of people who believe that the earth is flat, you can't just assume they're idiots. That's disrespectful. You need to be respectful. You need to accept the fact that they are intelligent. Humans, even the lowest brackets to human intelligence are still pretty high. Humans are intelligent by their very nature. So if a large group of people thinks that the earth is flat, there has to be something to it. Maybe not the earth being flat itself, but they have to be coming from somewhere. Can you do my algebra homework for me, please? I'm not great with homeworks. 18 dimension, why not 1? Actually, I am using that as an example of how you can lower it. You'll see. The matrix. They just have different perspective. It's not even that they have different perspective. It's that they are coming from somewhere. There's something in their environment led to them having the conclusion that the earth is flat. Something. They're not idiots, which means they're not idiots, they're not crazy, which means they didn't just imagine it, they didn't misread something completely. There was something in their environment which gave them the information for them to conclude that the earth is flat. That something has to be investigated. And then we have to see what it is, because it can't just be fiction. Like, yeah, a lot of things when it comes to flat earth are fiction. Just straight up not true. So misrepresentation of the facts, so on and so forth. But there always is something true to them. One thing is lack of trust in government and their agencies. That's a valid suspicion. Yeah, but I mean, well, lack of trust is reasonable, but in science you don't need like blind trust goes against science. So obviously, lack of trust, I wouldn't say it's a problem. Are you currently attending college? No, I am not. But even like life as lower regulations is that they're not listening to the opposite arguments. People like this, they're just looking for arguments only upholding the worldview. Still, we can't unfortunately leave them out. If you want to be respectful to everyone, you have to be respectful to everyone. And yeah, people being not scientific is an issue. But it's not an issue easily solved. Quarks. There we go.
Quarks. This is called flavor rotation for this exact reason, and that's how we can change our quarkness around. Now, this matrix can have imaginary numbers in it. Don't even ask, okay? And thus, if we were to graph every single possible matrix, we'd have to do it in 18 dimensions. Now, this might seem terrifying if you haven't seen my...
I don't believe in science as long as such is done in a harmless way. I believe, well, yeah, as annoying as it is, unfortunately, there's nothing wrong with not believing in science simply because, I mean, or maybe it's just my absurdist view, that might be just it, too.
Now, this might seem terrifying if you haven't seen my Let's Do Physics in 7 Dimensions video, but in reality it's simple.
Pseudonym, I don't like the fact that you agree. It's so hypocritical of you to agree right now. I really don't like it. You can't just be hating on a group of people and then act as if, and then turn around and be like, oh yeah, we totally need to be respectful. If you think people should be respectful, start with yourself, Pseudonym. Jeez. It's really upset. I don't like hypocrisy. Andrew calling you stupid, Globy, commie, a Satanist, etc. And this is the finish line because from worship it like us. I don't know. Every single time I've met with someone who had like different views than me that are based in fact, maybe it's just my experience, but I always were able to either convince them or to just have not have them hate me, basically. I think that the only time when someone ends up calling someone else stupid, globy, commie, Satanist, and etc. is when they just started it. So let me show you an example. That's actually my reason why I don't like Professor Dave. The reason why I've never seen anything from Professor Dave, nor why I don't really like him, is precisely because of videos like this. Oh, actually we can just go with the most popular ones. Response to Globe Busters, the Earth still isn't flat. Top 10 things that all flat earthers say. 10 challenges for flat earthers. Like, Professor Dave really seems to be just doing it as a competition, or as a fight at the very least, you know. It's not really a simple discourse. Destroying flat earthers using science, part 1, the moon. Like, that's not respectful, is it? You literally, the first word in there is destroying. That's not respectful scientific discourse. That's you dunking on them. Can you really blame flat earthers for being hateful if, like, this is what the videos disproving them are titled? The Earth is definitely not flat. Destroying flat earthers using science, part 2. My goodness. Bill Carson is even dumber than Terran Howard. Garbage anti-evolution video. Like, that's not respectful. And Professor Dave is on the side of science. That's the problem. Like, everyone always likes to point out how, you know, flat earthers, anti-vaxxers, how they're all mean, they're all hateful. But I mean, it's on both sides. And that's why I do love Many Minutemen, who is on the side of the science and is on the side of the angels. And I absolutely love him. Philip Zibadebank, TikTok's worst conspiracy theorist. Yes, debunked in the title, but is amazing because he gives him the benefit of the doubt. He does it with respect. I love him. Love the guy. That's it. That's my science rant so far. In your opinion, being honest or respectful in kind. Maybe we should prioritize being kind and respectful before speaking our mind. Why? I don't think you have to choose, Titan. I never had to choose. You can always be both honest and respectful. You really don't have to choose. In fact, you should be honest and respectful. I think if you're being dishonest, then you're not being respectful, you're just manipulating people. That must be just observation forming your own theories. If you look at it from my perspective, not believing in science like saying the sun is cold. Yeah, okay, I share your belief, Name. I am a science cultist, so of course I believe that science, that every question that can be answered could be answered with science, and not believing in science is really odd to me, because it really is just like, it's philosophy basically. Miniman isn't that respectful though. Is he not? I don't know. The whole Philip Ziva, the thing. Have you seen his unfiltered response? He gave him so much benefit of the doubt. It's like an irresponsible amount. Miniman still is trying to be funny, of course. There are jokes, but every single time he is trying his best. Disproving theory is not a person. I don't or make them feel bad. I agree, but the problem is that science used to hurt others in a larger scale right now is mostly in nuclear warheads and climate change. Those are the two biggest examples of, science being used to harm people. And yet we're honing in on flat earthers. Okay, to be fair, anti-vaxxers actually, that was pretty dangerous. Yeah, bracketing legitimate conspiracy theories alongside groups clearly known to be delusional. Okay, Sudan, but who gets to draw the line then? Who gets to draw the line what's a legitimate conspiracy theory and what's delusional? There is no... You have to go either way. Either everyone who doesn't agree with you is delusional, or option 2, no one is. Option 3, you are the whole only arbiter of truth who can decide who's delusional or not. I prefer to go with no one is delusional. I think flat earthers are destroying at this point. There are certainly people who are, like, pretending to be flat earthers, because
if we
old internet joke.
To graph every single possible matrix, we'd have to do it in 18 dimensions. Now, this might seem...
Okay, I'm gonna delete this, and now we can just go right here. Two, 8, 4, this way, this way, this way. There we go. And now we want to order them in a way so that we just get 18 different numbers. Keyframe this sucker, keyframe this sucker. Move y'alls up. Like this. Actually, maybe not 250, maybe like 130. I feel like that's a bit better. And then all of you actually objects at origin to geometry. Keyframe again, 130. And then, hi Zoltan, welcome. Individual origins, we could make them bigger. And there we go. $18. Oh yeah, right, but we do need it to be matrix right here, and as ffmpeg encoding high quality mpeg4 render. True blender god. If you think climate change isn't real, you should be respectful enough to take efforts to protect nature, and climate activists should be polite to those who disagree with them. It's that easy. It really is that easy. It really is. That's what I like about this. It's a simple solution, isn't it, to all the world problems. And that's why we need to make sure that, you know, we just spread the message in a, once again, respectful way. You should be kind. That's it. Isn't this just such an easy way to solve all the world's problems? Just be nice to each other. My goodness, can you imagine? No need for any fancy, like, blood rituals or whatever. I've tried that, it didn't work. How much time does it take you to make one of your videos? It seems like crazy amount of work. Just a week, not that much. You know, just like 14 hours a day for a week. How much is that? 14 hours a day. Actually, no, not 14 hours a day. No, actually 14 hours. I suppose that's... You know what, let's go with 14 times 7 so far. 98. Around 100 hours. It's not that much work. Just around 100 hours. It could be worse. And then what we need is we need this, and we need this, and we need this. And then we need this to slow down to like 40, and then we need this to slowly slow down. And then actually, no, what am I doing? Why did I parent this? There's no point. Keyframe position. The only difference is it should really has to go way quicker than that. There we go. And then one last thing, which is this back to 100. Sweet. The problem is, I think, prisoner's dilemma gives users not pretty rational responses, but rather the one that maximizes payoffs. But that's a bit misaligned, raw fun, because that is assuming that everyone's... Because in order for that to work, in order for prisoner's dilemma to work in this case, you would need to quantify human values in like a simple way. But the thing is, caring for others also is a human value. We feel better if we do good things. If you do good things, you will feel better about yourself, which means that you have to imagine like a prisoner's dilemma, except if they both don't rat the other person out, then they just feel better. That's something that's not accounted for, obviously, in the prisoner's dilemma, because that's not the point of game theory there. But when it comes to human behavior, we are social creatures. We care for each other. We just feel better if we do good things. And we also feel bad if we do bad things. The worse the thing, the worse we feel. Which means that it also shifts the balance in our favor in this case. I recall that some of the conspiracy theories have gone to be proven true. Yes, however, in science it is important to differentiate between theories and models. Or theories and fact, whatever you want to call it. Depends on the situation, I suppose. So all theories are equally... Well, they're not equally valid, but all theories are around the same level. Which means that the worst theory and the best theory, none of them should be discredited outright and shunned. Right? All theories should be... None of the theories should be just, you know, thrown out the window right away. It's just a theory, a game theory. Conspiracy theory of gravity. Then we have that conversation about relativity. It was a fair bit ago. Okay. This is rendering, right? Is it? It is. Neat. Boy, I love Raya and the Last Dragon. Have you all seen it? Raya and the Last Dragon? My goodness, it's a Disney animation precisely about that movie. And it's an amazing one. I absolutely love it. I feel like world would be a 10 times better place if people just watched more Disney movies, honestly. I genuinely feel that. If people only seen Raya and the Last Dragon, if people only seen Encanto, Strange World, the whole world would be such a much better place. Pressure of my laptop. Please don't disappear, make it my sweet paw. True. Separated by borders, united by Disney movies. Exactly. Absolutely phenomenal. I don't know why, but my goodness. People who make kids movies, it's madness to me. Because like they're kids movies, right? Kids are dumb. They could just make like complete garbage, and yet they actually put in the effort to make amazing. It's outstanding to me. It truly is. Weren't kind and inclusive to all great scientists of the past, and said ridiculous conspiracy theories. I would have turned out to be such a dark place. That is true. Although, no, actually, that is true. I was about to say that some of them were shunned, but not actually. Most of them were people listened to. Okay. Right here we're gonna have the Matrix segment. Oh yeah, let's do physics in 7 dimensions. Right, that's the one we need. Pseudonym, can you... I know that I'm just tired. Why did my... Whoops. My YouTube just died. I couldn't load it in. Probably because I'm using up all my graphics card. Yeah, pseudonym, I feel like you should just go to a therapist at this point, because that's... No. You're gonna live a very hateful life if you continue on this path. And then there we go. This one? I think it's this one. Whoa, why did you error on me? Windows, piss off.
In 18 dimensions. Now, this might seem terrifying if you haven't seen my...
Oh, saddle plug to a Makers video? Let's do physics in 7 dimensions? No, wait, 4 months ago.
Physics in 7 dimensions video, but in reality it's simple. It just means that we need 18 numbers, which makes sense. We have 9 numbers in our 3x3 matrix, and each one can be either real or imaginary, so times 2, so 18. The trick comes in the fact, however, that we can only rotate them. And the basic idea is, since we know that this matrix has to be this kind exactly, that lowers down the amount of dimensions from 18 to 8. Okay, I should probably explain. The basic idea is...
Okay. What's your major? I don't have a major. I didn't go to college or anything. I'm just a random guy on the internet who likes science and likes researching stuff. I know. I kind of envisioning this because of freedom and rights. Hey! Pseudonym, you mind if I ask you a favor? Would you mind if I just ask you a quick favor, if you could do something for me? Please go ahead. Yeah, would you mind leaving my stream so I don't have to ban you? I don't like banning people, and I do believe that one day you will join back the stream, you won't be quite as hateful, you will probably have cooled off, because you clearly went through something which made you this angry, and I do believe one day you're just gonna grow out of it, you won't be quite as spiteful. But that day is not today, and I simply... Since there's nothing I can do to help you, the least I can do is stop you from ruining the day for everyone else. So if you wouldn't mind. What's wrong with the argument, though? But responsibility is exactly what they run away from when it's time to hold them accountable for misusing their exclusive freedom and rights. The problem there, in case you couldn't tell, is that you're assuming a certain group of people is just you know, running for responsibility. You're kind of casting these awful values on them, and then hating them for the fact that they have these values. Now, you might have seen some evidence of, you know, people being awful. You might have seen some cases of people being awful, but I frankly do not care. I think that no matter how awful anyone can seem, there's still good in them. And if there is good in them, they should not be hated. Oh boy. Never consider going to college or anything like that. Maybe some STEM field. Not really. I don't think I will be able to pick what to major in. I love chemistry, I love physics, I love mathematics. I couldn't do all of them. I'm not clever enough for that. It would take me too much time too. So much work to do, can you imagine? You know how many videos I would miss if I had to do all of them? So yeah, unfortunately I couldn't pick one. And that's the main thing stopping me. People thinking all people who belong to that group is like that. That's not true at all. That's exactly the problem. I genuinely believe that one day Pseudonym will just grow out of it and realize humans aren't as awful. But why did I do 130? That's so many frames. How's this one? Still rendering. Of course, this. I'm looking 5 minutes in. That's 1/6 of the video. That certainly is 1/6 of the video. If we carry this over. Oh, okay, and then we'll have to animate all that. Shouldn't be that much of a problem. And if you miss, hit them forwards. The woman on public platform. Never mind, I'm. And there I am, came back. You over OBS? You done with your little tantrum, or we're still going? Okay. I'm gonna trust you, OBS. I'm gonna trust that you will behave. Right? Good. That's neat. Progress 0%? What do you mean 0%? We're like 5% of the way there. 10%. Oh my goodness, we really are 10% of the way there. I should make like a progress bar of how far we are with the video. That'll be sweet. Hold on. There was like a way to do it with HTML progress bar. What happened to my YouTube? Oh no. Hold on, YouTube. What happened to my YouTube just turned off? There we go, I'm back. For no good reason. There we go, HTML progress bar. Desktop projects surgery. Make the progress. When an individual claims to support a group, I see the individual temporarily as a group representative. Well, pseudonym, I don't mean to be that guy, but that's a very bad way of picking someone as group representative. Allow me to demonstrate why. Hi, I support Americans. I believe that we should eat our children. Just eat them, you know, to solve the overpopulation crisis and at the same time help with hunger. You see why that would be a problem, seeing someone who claims to support a group as the group representative. Because going with that line of logic, right now you should think that Americans are represented by someone who wants them to eat children to solve hunger and overpopulation. That's golden star to anyone who gets the reference, although it's a pretty common reference. I think everyone should get that. Progress HTML. Value 32, max 100. Yes, however, what I want is... Wait, what's that more? Progress, copy, path. I'm curious if everyone got the reference. Browser. Is that what it is? Browser? No. Yes, I think. Progress. Windows, piss off, my goodness. This. Huh? There we go! I am so unbelievably clever. Guess who just made a progress bar? Wow, I am just an exquisite coder, aren't I? Don't mind the... There we go. Hell yeah. I am a professional, alright? Professional with a capital P. Now we can have it right here, a progress bar. Sweet. And now all I need to do is just update it so that the maximum value is however long the... Oh, get back here. I'm not finished. I'm not done with you. Maximum value is 32.5. 32.5. That should fill in the progress bar a bit too far though. Means instead we want the current value to be add 5 minutes. Hi Detefta! Hi, welcome! Oh no, that's actually way more empty than I was expecting. Oh. Oh no, that's not far, is it? Another 5 minutes. Exactly, Leah. Hi, welcome. It's your American act very well. Thank you, yeah. A modest proposal, I do believe is what it is. A modest proposal. Actually, Tefta! Oh, actually, perfect time to join in. I haven't seen the video yet. I'm getting it on my main page. The first recommended video on my page is really just... The second one is, you know, EU Made Simple. But the first recommended video is just Tefta's. Oh, my YouTube is struggling. It probably has something to do with the many animations I'm rendering in the background and Premiere, which is just going. Have to be optimistic. Optimistic about what? Optimistic about everything. Optimistic about absolutely everything. At least that's how I usually choose to go. It's too difficult, you know, picking what to be optimistic about. I just chuck it all in there. No, that's my Apple thing. Apple model. Don't care for it. There we go, Matrix.
You do it in 18 dimensions. Now, this might seem terrifying if you haven't seen my Let's Do Physics in Dimensions video, but in reality it's simple. It just means that we need 18 numbers, which makes sense. We have 9 numbers. We have
9 numbers for these and none numbers for the other. That video isn't that good of mine. It just shows forming those predictions. Yeah, but I've been looking forward to those predictions. I've been just wanting to see it after the last one, after the last video, because like, okay, also just shows 4 minutes of predictions. That's such a way to undersell it. Like 4 minutes of predictions is the point of the band. That's kind of like, I don't know, someone launching a rocket into space and being like, oh, the actual footage of the rocket launch isn't that impressive. It's just like 3 minutes of the rocket flying. That's why you build the rocket. It's the coolest part. They do detect half of or more of movements. That's really impressive. People with rigid beliefs don't really change, you know? I refuse to believe that. And that's my belief, and that belief will never change. Sometimes better not ruin my mood arguing. What was I doing? Oh yeah, animations, right. I always need to be rendering something, because, like, I mean, look how much video there is still to done. Which means I can't waste time. I need to always be rendering something. Always, always, always. So, image particle frames. These are the leptons. These are the animations we did just now.
Is in an excited state, so a state with a lot of energy. If it really wants to get a lot of energy.
There's gonna be an awkward cut, there's not?
It really wants to get...
Okay, a bit of an awkward cut, but it's fine. We can just fix that by removing like one frame and... There we go, now it's smooth. Now it's smooth and perfect. Move this forward, move this to the side. And...
get rid of that energy. And the only problem being that energy can't just disappear into the ether. So
yeah, that's a bit of a biggie in physics, isn't it? That energy can't just disappear. I suppose that's pretty important.
This electron will emit a photon.
Or another wants light. This video is a bit more advanced than I would like it to be. I mean, to be fair, I'm talking about elementary particles, so yeah, I guess. Duh. Next one will have to be about organic chemistry. I need something simpler.
This is of course an oversimplification, but...
Speaking of simple things.
But that's why... This is of course an oversimplification, but that's why... Photon will emit a photon. This is of course an oversimplification, but that's why fire...
It's elementary, my dear Watson.
Bright and LEDs walk.
Right, yes.
We have gone over this in the fire segment, but basic idea is...
Oh yeah, because I redid that. Can I just cut this segment? Because it's kind of pointless. I do believe. I do believe this segment is kind of pointless. Leptins, and after chemical reactions, we have fire. Oh no, we already had fire. Light emission. Heat production is pointless. Electricity. Yes, we do kind of just delete that.
Less reactive than quarks, they have more wiggle. Electrons aren't the only thing that has charge, but they are extremely light, which means that if you get a bunch of atom nuclei together and melt the electrons...
Boy, this sucks. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if I just entered the point in the video making process where I just hate what I made and I hate the video, or if this video just sucks. I'm having trouble telling. What's your favorite physics books? I am so glad you asked a name because I actually have one. Difference between relativistic. I think it's even this one. I think it might even be this one. No, wait, this is the advanced one, isn't it? Oh, never mind then. No, this is the one I bookmarked simply because it's such an advanced textbook. But nuclear and particle... Oh, actually, maybe it is this one. Ballet. I think so. Does it have chapter... Experiment nuclear masses, nuclear models? Oh, it might be this one. I take it back. And it might even be chapter 5. Antiparticles or Fordenkappos? This one, right. Simply because it goes in depth about the E equals mc squared, how it has two solutions, because it's a quadratic, you know, E squared equals m squared c squared squared. Actually, mc squared squared, I suppose, rather. Brief history of time back in the day. The title is a pun, so I already love it. You know Sherlock Holmes video where you investigate a physics mystery. That's a good idea. Oh, right, start with... Oh, that is not a bad idea, actually. That would be such a good gimmick. I don't want to get more into the history of physics, or history of science in general. And that would be a fun style for a video where it would just be, you know, starting with some sort of mystery and then going over the thought process of scientists, except instead of doing it as a scientist, I just do it as Sherlock make it. Sherlock make it. Make it sponsored by big women. Quantum theory of many particles is by Alexander L. Fetter and John Dirk Valetzka. I don't know if I've heard of it. Damn it, all of the quantum mechanics books sound the same. They all have the same names. It's always just quantum and particle physics with a couple of words to make it spicy.
Electrons aren't the only thing that has charge, but they are extremely light, which means that if you get a bunch of atom nuclei together and melt the electrons in between them into an electron soup...
Oh, make it, why'd you script it this way? Okay, so I have an idea for how to animate this, but it's gonna take like an hour. How old are you? That's a good question. It's gonna take like an hour if I want to animate it this way. Because aren't the only things that have charge, so basically right here would have the other leptins and quarks up here, because, well, all of these have charge. And so then... I'm dizzy, just thinking about animating this. Gonna make cel-shaded Eevee render. I will never use Eevee. I refuse to. No. I have cycles in my blood. Hi Ashad, welcome. I refuse to use Eevee. I refuse to use reasonable render times. All my render times are unreasonable.
Electrons aren't the only thing that has charge.
So right here, what I would want, right, is basically us just popping it to 700, and then the camera moving right along with the electron, and over there we need like quarks and other leptons. Leptons? Is it leptons? It is leptons, isn't it? The names in quantum mechanics and particle physics are so bloody awful. Or nuclear physics, rather, I suppose. Okay, turn right, like this. There we go. U, keyframe, sweet. Move right here to the middle. Middle-ish. We don't really care about it being an exact middle. And then we also want all the other particles to join in. Kinda just thinking. Welcome. And for that we need all of these. These are all just particles that have charge. Electromagnetic charge, to be exact, of course. Because why is there no weak charge, actually? That's curious. You have things which interact with weak interaction, but there is no weak charge, as far as I'm aware. Unless I'm wrong. Electromagnetism has electromagnetic charge. Strong interaction has color charge. Gravity has mass. There's hypercharge. So I was using CUDA and not optics for rendering in Blender for too long before I switched to make... Wait, what? Optics is faster? I don't know what I'm using, actually. Oh, no. Well, I was also using optics because it's faster. Yeah, Tefta, why were you using CUDA? That's... What? That's such an amateur move. Why were you using CUDA? That's... Oh, no. Everyone knows you use optics to make things faster. It saves 50% of render times. Yeah, right. That's exactly why I've been using optics for such a long time. Oh, I've been using optics for ages and... Yeah. Well... Sure do hope it's gonna... Oh, I can't wait to see just how... Just as quick the render will be, because... Hold on, I need to first set up the f-stop to be lower, because we want the background to be even more blurry. And we also want this to be even more in focus. There we go, which will be important, because we're gonna lower this. There we go, to 0.5, I suppose should be good enough. And then there we go, and then 0.3 even. And then render animation, 11 seconds per frame. 7, that is quicker. I mean, quicker? No, it's the same speed, actually. It's the same exact speed, right, because I was using optics before. That's... Speaking of the animation for this one that we're working on, alright, orange, 10, render image. It's physics through which the universe explores its own beauty, and so we are the vessels which carry the spirit of the universe, like looking through a mirror to see your eyes staring right back at you. That's poetic, but I just like the balls of particle physics. Whoops, 1 frame behind. I found some video that showed me that apparently optics is the new gen CUDA, so RTX cards use it faster, I guess. But you already knew that. Exactly, I did, because I'm funny enough, I think a while back I did switch to optics, but I think I just didn't save it as a permanent thing. Which, well, just goes to show that I'm a professional, I suppose. I've been complaining about my render times for such a long time. Can you cook? Depends how you define the ability to cook. I can cook for myself, as in I can make nutritious meals and I don't hate the taste. However, I don't like cooking for other people because my cuisine mostly revolves around just mashing together things which won't kill me. That's the bar for me. Food cook, not meth. Thank you for clarifying. Acid in mac and cheese. Remember that time when I spilled sulfuric acid on my rice and so I just had to cook with pasta that day? Relatable, am I right? Okay. Right here with the video, 5 minutes in. That's good. No, that's good. That's I just need 5 more minutes, in fact. That's all I need. So being 5 minutes in isn't worrying because it's fine.
Video, but in reality it's simple. It just means that we need 18 numbers.
You can see the glitch, right? Right here. That's a bad sign. That's usually a sign that Premiere is struggling with maintaining the stability of my GPU memory.
We have 9 numbers in our... We have 9...
Okay, right here.
9 numbers in our 3x3 matrix, and each one can be either real or imaginary, so times 2, so 18.
Okay.
The trick comes in the fact, however, that we can only rotate them. And the basic idea is, since we know that this matrix has to be this kind exactly, that lowers down the amount of dimensions from 18 to 8. Okay.
This is such an advanced video. I hate this video so much already. Fine, whatever. I already spent a week on it, might as well finish it.
Probably explain. The basic idea is actually extremely simple. Really, genuinely extremely simple. Imagine a 3D space again. Now, each point on this space has 3 coordinates, x, y, z. So if we want to describe any point in 3 dimensions, we need to use 3 numbers. However, if we say there are...
Or do we? And then the Vsauce music starts playing, then there's just a Vsauce video. 5 minutes, yeah, 5 minutes, all I need. And no, I finished, too.
...the equality of x equals y equals z, then we only get this line. So that way...
Fun fact about this line isn't actually for x equals y equals z, because I screwed up the rotation. Which means this line isn't actually x equals y equals z, it's x equals y equals z divided by 2, I think. So yeah. Actually, no, not z divided by 2, it's like z divided by 3 times 2 or something. Z is slightly lower than it's supposed to be.
Adding some additional information, we've just simplified our points from requiring 3 dimensions to only needing 1. That's because now we can just describe each point by the distance from the origin. So if we say that we want a point which distance from the origin is equal to 5, then we get an infinite amount of them. That's because each point on this sphere is 5 units away from the origin.
Right.
If you'd like to select only 1 point, not an infinite amount of them, you need 3 variables. It's x coordinate, y coordinate, and z coordinate. If, however, we say that we want a point that's 5 units away from the origin,
yeah,
and we want x equals y equals z,
of
then
course.
we only get 1 point. That's because, geometrically speaking, we want the point that's on this sphere and this line. That's how you can remove potential dimensions by just specifying.
I was watching Moana when I was animating this, so...
This is 3-dimensional, but if we add a constraint in the form of the equation...
So that's why there aren't that many animations.
1-dimensional because only 1 line of numbers is allowed.
I'm also having trouble focusing. I was also rendering the Boston segment, because I'm not gonna waste time. I was doing stuff.
This is 3-dimensional.
That's why I actually like walking off stream. I can watch Disney animations, which listen. I don't care about masculinity at this point. I don't care about seeming like an adult. If I will not give up on Disney animations, they're too lovely.
Line of numbers is allowed. The same thing happens with our matrices.
How am I supposed to visualize 18 dimensions? Can you stream the animations? Well, I mean, I'm doing it right now, kind of. Unless you mean in a different way. You're not. Oh yeah, I'm not an adult. I'm actually 14. This is lovely. I absolutely love it when... Oh my goodness, I love doing these sort of cinematic-ish shots because they're so easy to do. All you need is reflection, oh well, complex shaders, I suppose, and cycles. Depth of field also to get that nice, you know, difference between the blurry background. This is an extremely simple scene. This is just 9 balls. This is just 9 balls and the floor. That's it. That's all it is. What's more, the floor is just a brick texture. It's nothing fancy. And yet, because of these reflections, because of complex shaders, it looks really nice. Do they have crime in Poland? No, we haven't invented it yet. No, we don't have it. Mostly build developers are like pouring asbestos everywhere. Ah, yeah. Asbestos, my beloved. Oh yeah, I was supposed to animate the Matrix. What am I doing? Hold on, we're at 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. So let me update the progress to be 6.5. I could just spend 2 extra seconds and make this progress bar nicer, but I'm not going to. Oh wait, I can at least add the refresh speed, can't I? Use custom frame rate. Well, any frame. Refresh browser when scene becomes active. Can't you refresh automatically? Because... Nah, whatever. I'll just refresh manually. Anyone else here enjoy reading haikus? I wanted to do a bit where I would just say no, but in a haiku form, but I don't remember the format exactly. Think on matrices. From 3D1,
we're going from 8 into 8. The reason being, really...
It is really complex mathematics though. And right here, I do believe I just have a source which I'm supposed to plug in. So, what we want is, we want a line, which is... So we want a 3-dimensional scene going to a line like this. No, wait, this. Boy, that seems loud. Like this, there we go. Really? I mean, it is really, really complex math. I mean, I can show you the source, hold on. Because for this precise bit, I did have... complex. Really difficult to explain. Yeah, it's this one. Look at this thing. Like, that's the topic I'm trying to explain. Well, not this exactly, hold on. Visual translation. Actually... Kind of. There was the exact page about a Lie group lowering number of dimensions for independent matrices, but that's a U2 group. I'm looking for SU3, not a U2. It's basically all about the way to organize them. I see a lot of wave function notations. Yes, and brackets, because obviously. This, I don't even know what that is, that character there. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend as if I do. I don't even know what that character in there is supposed to be. It looks like a sword. It looks like a sword between the U's. Where's the exact page about the... I pasted it into Reblax's channel. Inventor freedom, yeah, right, symmetry, particle physics, isospin, flavor symmetry, we're looking for rotation to be exact, combining quarks. No, combining spin, because of course. Light essence. SU3 flavor. 9,18, there are 9 constraints. U3 group. SU3. There we go. Right, is this the one we're looking for? I lost the page. Well, you're just gonna trust me, I suppose, then. I saw this video the other day and thought of make it. Prime News. 4 million views! That's a lot of views. I don't know if I should show the video, because content stealing, I'm kind of... I don't like content stealing. I don't wanna... Why didn't then titration? Why not maybe no, because it's a little relevance to everyday numbers. Oh, that's actually the exact reason I said in my How Math Becomes Difficult video. That no one, you know, we don't really have a concrete idea about how titration even works, simply because there's no place to use it. This reminds me of my school. Thought I was treated because my poem was too dark. That's messed up, actually. It's one of the 6 quarks. I don't know which one though. The sword. Oh, maybe you might be right, actually, Titan. Yeah, with the charm. Was it charm? No, it wasn't charm. Need God's blessing to understand. Okay, that's pi singlet sweet. Where is the page that I'm looking for? Did I miss it? There was a page which just explained why we lowered down the dimensions from... The remaining 8 matrices have determined... There we go! Remaining 8 matrices have determined this one. Alright. So what we're gonna need is... I'm obviously gonna link it in the video. Save page as well. I'd like to save only 2 screenshots. First one going this way. About SU3. Like this. And let's do it in elementary particles. Save screenshot. And then maybe to get out the book. Exactly. They know I'm onto them, huh? They know I'm onto them, and they just want to hide their secrets. And the second one explaining the rotation. Because we're multiplying phase vector, no favor. Yeah, this one will do. Basically something showing why matrices are even there. Are there heavier 4th generation particles, like heavier than 3rd or standard model fermions? We don't have any so far, because we don't need any. The thing is, standard model already predicts all the particles we've seen, as far as I'm aware. I don't think there's a single particle which hasn't been predicted by the standard model. So, 4th generation would be a bit odd. As in order to get the 4th generation, you would need... That's basically solving a problem, inventing the problem to solve it. So we started with quarks simply because we had so many hadrons. So it doesn't really make all that much sense for 4th generation to exist, simply because there are no more particles to explain. I hate being about to fall asleep at work. Been there. Been there. I have a nasty habit where basically before every single time in the past when I used to walk in person, not, you know, just working animations only like as a cameraman or as a... well, different things like these. I had a nasty habit where basically I would have to wake up early in the morning to go to the place, you know, to set up all the equipment. But I usually have extreme trouble falling asleep, or at least I had a bit of insomnia, and because of that I usually just chose to not sleep for the entire night and just go over there next day, because my logic was, well, I'm not gonna fall asleep anyway, and so I am going to be extremely tired, but they are going to pay me because my work isn't difficult, which means might as well perform that work whilst I'm extremely tired, simply because they're gonna pay me anyway. I'm not gonna mess anything up. And it's better to then fall asleep and use that productivity on making videos. I've been going down the rabbit hole in regards to Maxwell's equations and the 20 hours. Apparently, some think this equation lost some science. You've been going down the rabbit hole in regards to Maxwell's equations. I'm really curious. I haven't gotten to Maxwell's equations, to be honest. I know that they are groundbreaking, but that's all I know about them. I hate web dev for stuff that doesn't interest me in the slightest. For me, tiredness comes waves. Yeah, that's the thing, where basically you shake yourself awake, and then you slowly fall asleep, and then you shake yourself awake, and repeat that.
The same thing happens with our
Okay. Higher, that's the one-dimensional. Now we need the three-dimensional. This is the three-dimensional.
Because only one line of numbers is allowed. The same thing.
40. There we go. The simplification of its equations by two other mathematicians, and there exists another field similar by electromagnetic fields, kind of sort of a layperson TLDR. That does seem, yeah, it does seem like, because of course you can't. I'm assuming it's the same thing as with Schrödinger and chemistry. So we don't really use Schrödinger's equation for anything more complex than hydrogen, and so makes sense for Max would be similar. I gotta be curious. My next how math becomes difficult video was supposed to be, hold on, Maxwell's equations. This one, these, there we go. Microscopic equation of charge density, J, the current density, and no different equations came out of just combining two different equations for order but related phenomena. Solutions, I mean. It's not that simple, acronymus, unfortunately. It really isn't, because most of the time in physics, when you have an equation which you have to solve, it's not just mathematics. You need to, because you don't, it's not the solving of the equation that's the pickle. The actual pickle is figuring out how could that make sense. Oh, actually, wow, perfect example. Actually, exactly what I meant. My Firefox just switched to. Right here, there were two solutions to the energy, the positive one, the negative one. And negative energy didn't make any sense, hence you just had to, you know, come up with some sort of explanation for what negative energy would even be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 this way. Then arrow. I never liked Maxwell's equations to begin with. They're tough, but they are impressive. That's because whenever you delve into electromagnetism or electromechanics, whatever you want to call it, the more you go into a rabbit hole, the more Maxwell's equations appear. Basically, the underlying explanation to everything in the end is Maxwell's equations. It's just that applying them to more abstract things is really difficult. And so that's why normally you just have approximations, oversimplifications, rules of thumb, and other things. What am I looking for here? Arrow, right, I'm an idiot. There we go.
The same thing happens with our mate. The same thing happens with our.
Is this good?
The same thing happens with our mate.
Yeah, fine.
Except instead of going from
3, right here. Oh my head, there's gonna be a lot of layers. 3, let's do open sounds. You know, open sounds, maybe railway. Oh, that's a thick boy. There we go. You still use the arrow? Obviously I do. I use the arrow, because back when I asked you for the arrow, I really needed it. That's what I meant. I don't have any other arrows or any other graphics. It is a lovely arrow. Yeah, it was made by Tefta, actually. Funny enough, every single graphic I've ever used that wasn't three-dimensional was made by Tefta. Every single one. Along the slice of pie, transitions on streams, the arrows, there was a thing like an overlay for videos for an old idea, which I didn't. Every single one. That's why at the end of videos, hold on, let me actually show you all something. I'm opening too many Firefox tabs. My PC is about to crash. That's why at the end of videos, you can see, like making animations using math, for example. At the very end, you can see that Tefta is at the top and in orange. The highest rank is blue, the one that Blue Lightning currently has. But Tefta is in orange and even larger precisely for that reason. Tefta is the crab. That's even higher than philanthropist. Let me turn off. I need to turn off some of my tabs because I just have so many of them. Thank you. Hey, I'm the one who's doing the thanking. Fahrenheit, my living room. I need to VC with you soon. I'm so sorry for not VCing recently, by the way. I am so sorry. I've just been, well, I've just been. I was busy the other day. It's fine. It's fine. I was busy the next day. I did the same thing. So, it's fine.
3 to 1, or 3 to 1.
One, okay, right here. I don't want to add too many layers, so let's do 3, 1, like this. It's gonna be a bit... Oh, why is the one so high up? Oh, that sucks. Just... No, as if I care.
1, we're going from a...
Oh my goodness. I don't like visualizing things with just dry text. And right here is just gonna be numbers, so just dry text. Oh, hold on, I just spaced out for a second. What am I doing? Animations, right. We can't waste render time, because wasting render time means wasting time, and time is money, and money is kind of tight right now.
But that's why fire is bright and LEDs walk. Electrons aren't the only thing that disappear into the ether, so instead this electron will emit a
photon emission, which is important to put in writing to really drive home the point of...
This is of course an oversimplification, but that's why fire is bright.
Equals light emission. There we go. Equals light emission. Looks like a meme. You want me to help? Oh, it's fine. It is fine. The thing is, I am just doing it animation after animation, and right here I'm rendering, right here I'm doing things in Premiere. So this is actually surprisingly efficient. The bigger pickle is the animating. There we go.
Bright and LEDs walk. Electrons aren't the only thing that has charge, but they are extreme.
And right here, what I feel like would represent the lightness the best would be size, I think. It's not physically accurate, but it will not stop me. Have you heard from Ali? I have, actually. Well, I mean, depends what you mean exactly. I have... We are in contact. Hold on, there we go. Passion and love is more important than money in life. You truly love what you do, money or anything else doesn't matter. Exactly! Finally, someone agrees with me. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's actually why I'm trying to do YouTube food. Bad idea, but yeah. Money means food. Unfortunately, Greg is also right. I'm only tiny bit in the red now. To be fair, I was saving up for this for a long time. So, I should have plenty enough time. Because here's the thing, right now, I am doing YouTube full time. And yes, given the stats that my YouTube has, it's not enough. However, I have saved up enough money to buy myself enough. I basically have saved up for like 3 or 4 months. Just a lot. That's a lot of money. So if I fail to turn YouTube into something permanent for me in 3 or 4 months, that's entirely my skill issue. I have no excuse. That's why I'm pushing so hard to try to do weekly uploads right now, because my goodness, I can make it. I can make it. It's if I'm not gonna make it, who's going? Make it needs more dollars. Exactly. Start the GoFundMe, please. No, I want YouTube to pay me. I don't want to exploit people. I want YouTube to pay me. YouTube can afford that. I mean, YouTube. I'm saying, I mean it with all the love in the world. YouTube, I love you so much. Please keep giving me all all the impressions. I love you all. Oh, my YouTube is like my top 10 favorite things, and I just mwah. If Make It isn't gonna make it, who is exactly? I'd rather donate directly than watch ads. I have Patreon. Also, I don't want to go fund me because I don't care for money right now. I don't care for a large sum of money. I don't care for it. What I care for is sustainable income. I don't care for money because what am I gonna do with money? I'm gonna end up donating it to charities anyway. What I do care for is having a sustainable source of income so that I can permanently do YouTube full time. You have now $8 more per month. Yeah. Really don't like recurring donos. Well, that's the pickle there. I do need recurring donos because that gives me, that makes it more sustainable for me. Maybe you should start doing sponsorship. Funny enough, Tyden, I actually signed up for YouTube's thing. YouTube has a thing where they connect like different brands with YouTubers. However, if Raid Shadow Legends reaches out to me, I am not taking that sponsorship. I will only take sponsorships from things I believe in. So 80,000 hours, give directly, give well, basically any charity. Any charity that reaches out to me, that's an immediate yes. I'm all in sponsoring. OpenStax, wouldn't mind. Libertex, Khan Academy, all for it. Atomic would like it. What else? Any of these. Brilliant, also not about Brilliant. I feel like Brilliant would be great. Did you get Raid yet? I didn't get anyone because I only signed up for it like a week ago. The last fundamental force is Raid Shadow Legends. I suggest avoiding any VPN ones. No, I'm gonna avoid anything that I don't believe in. Anything. I don't want money, I want earned money. I don't want to sell out. And maybe start doing merch. The costume would make a great merch. I also thought about it, the only pickle there is merch only work large scale. You need to already be pretty big for merch to work. Do you believe in food? Oh no, I've transcended beyond need for sustenance.
But they are extremely
so right here, we want the electron to get smaller and everything else to get bigger, which is a trivially easy animation. Just keyframe the sizes. And then right here, we want you to get smaller, like 0.3. There we go, and then up quark, I can stay roughly the same size. That's charm, no wait, that's 3. These ones are the most massive, so they should increase in size a lot. This one is strange if I remember correctly. This one is down so it can stay constant. Mu1 a bit larger, Ta1 really big, and you are charm. Wait, it was charm. Strange was negative, correct? Which means, but this is positive, so I think charm also a bit larger. There we go. And render. Do you believe in? I am now a co-host on a developer's YouTube channel that interviews chip manufacturers. That's awesome! That's so awesome! Oh my goodness! That's so cool! Hold on. Oh, I'm going to subscribe right now. Hold on. See if they're interested in being sponsored. I wish you could open. It's fine. Tefta, as I mentioned, the thing is, as much as I would appreciate the sponsorship, I am fine. I saved up. This isn't me doing a hyperbole or anything. I have saved up for 3 or 4 months. And like comfortable 3 or 4 months. I won't have to ration food or, I don't know, not use hot water. I am comfortably in a comfortable position to survive for 3 or 4 months. So I have time. I don't want to force anyone to like walk for me just to help me stay alive. I'll be fine. I'm an adult. I can handle myself. I'm looking for the link to the channel, I'll be honest. I want to subscribe right away. Hold on. It will be on Discord. If you do a VPN sponsorship, we can all be Polish. Exactly. Oh, thank you so much, Tefta. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's such a nice... That's such a nice icon. Developers Anonymous. Oh, that's really... I don't think I should say that on stream, but that is... That's a... Okay, I made the logo. I can tell. It is good. Hold on. I'm assuming I can show it on stream, right? The channel. Deveco, everyone. And open... Oh yeah, and I am obviously all for just completely shilling for open muscle. Prosthetics, open source, tech innovation. Mwah. Oh, it's been a month and I haven't... I feel bad now. I feel bad for not keeping up with the Tefta news, actually. I love to be annoyed by cast. That's something I can totally tolerate. It depends on the kind. I also podcast to for members. Only got a few hundred views so far. I can't. I don't want content steal unless I can. I suppose permission makes it look so pretty. The logo. Yeah, Tefta. Among other things, Tefta is the designer. You can always steal content. You know what? If I can steal content from you, then I will do something that I've been wanting to do, but I couldn't because I started a live stream early.
Okay, so today is Thanksgiving 2024.
Because I am curious. I want to know.
To the studio. Working on. Key send and then turn on the bracelet. Once I see it.
These peaks are so high. Yes, disconnected out of. I know it's an extremely like. I know it's an. Wait, hold on. What am I trying to say? I'm out of coffee. Give me a second. I need to drink water now, which is awful. I'm seeing high peaks, which I'm assuming is good. As far as I'm aware, the higher the peak, the sharper it is, the better. Right? Because the more... It means that the model... Am I in the... I mean, it's a guess. It's a complete guess of mine. But it would mean that the model is more confident, right? Bright yellow on bottom, darker yellow. This. Bright yellow on the bottom with the darker yellow. Darker color on the bottom is the prediction. The brighter one is the real value. Oh, I see. So this is the prediction and this is the real value. That is really good then. It got the... Wait, hold on. Like, that's spot on. Wait, how long did the training take? By the way, for everyone, to explain maybe what's happening. Last two presses, it made one. But still, it might have made them one right here. But first of all, right here, this is all spot on. Like, about as perfect as it can be. And right here, it merged two together, which I would say it's still a lot closer. Only 5 minutes of training data. That is so impressive. Hold on, because I should probably explain what's going on. The last video of Tefta, I am not going to content steal because I think that this video is awesome and I feel like more people should see it for themselves. But right here, basic idea looks like this. This is so awesome. You have a band, right? You put it on your arm. This band has sensors that sense basically how your muscle is flexing. I don't know the medical term. I ain't the doctor. And then you also have a thingamajig that actually records the presses. And then you have an AI which learns how your hand is moving based on the muscle movements in your forearm. And what's truly maddeningly insanely cool is the fact that, as Tefta mentioned, yeah, only from 5 minutes of training data took 3 minutes to train. So this is like a 10-minute thing. In 10 minutes, it can predict, it can learn how your muscle movements in your arm to what like hand movements they correspond. It's insanely cool. Press sensors 12 around the forearm with label device with 4 pistons, and you use random forest regressor to predict the finger movements. Also can predict in real time. That's what's so insanely cool. It's amazing. So yeah, everyone, 2 channels to subscribe to. I'm not going to content steal this video because I genuinely think that this is it was really entertaining, in my opinion. It fits in the style. This is awesome too, I gotta say. It's so spot on. You have in conveying the info, if you ever want to have, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I do have one video also in mind because I was supposed to make the open muscle video a long time ago, but I am really bad at following through on my promises. It's a pattern, which is a pretty big problem, I would say. It's one of my most negative traits. I am really, really bad on following through. For example, even, I promised this video as a weekly upload. That was supposed to be yesterday. However, I do have one video which I am confident I will finish, and in which open muscle. I want to make an open source video about open source, where the core project that it will revolve around would be open muscle. But also, I'll be glad to just help with explaining what it is. This is amazing. I love open. It's great. The band it's so cool that you just... It's so insane because normally these would be basically things which I just find on the internet. I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. It feels so surreal to just know the creator of them. It's basically the sci-fi witchcraft that normally I would just read about as a development of the decade. It's really cool.
We're going from 18 to 8. The reason being really difficult to explain. I'm not plain.
Okay. Come on, make it. Gotta get moving. As fun as it is, gotta get moving. More water. I would love some. I am 6 minutes in. Why am I like this? 6 minutes in. This video is half an hour, if I do remember correctly so far. Yeah, half an hour. That's good. That's fine. Whatever. I can finish it today, right? I just need to... More water. Exactly. More water. That's...
We're going from
18
to 8.
From 18 to 8, like this. Move it to the side. I'm a professional just moving them this way. But I'm trying to limit the amount of layers I need to stack on top because I'm kind of afraid that my PC will crash.
From 18 to
There.
8. The reason being,
Okay, and then elementary. I think these are the two screenshots, right? Which I always wanted to. Yep, sweet. Really complex maths. It is quite complex, isn't it? And there we go, and there we go, and there we go, and there we go.
really difficult to explain. I'm not a mathematician, nor a physicist, so I am oversimplifying a fair bit here, but the idea is that it just so happens that we have our 8 particles called baryons.
Just 5 more, exactly. How much did your Why Math Gets Difficult video earn? That video actually was the most profitable video I've ever made. I think it's because well, first of all, obviously because it got 500,000 views. Second of all, it's because a lot of people watched for a long time because the animations were nice. And third reason being that I uploaded it in December, and apparently I heard some rumors about that, but I never knew it was an actual thing. Apparently, ads pay more in December simply because there are more advertisers who want to advertise before Christmas. And because of that, that video, let's just say that ads on that video were expensive. They were really expensive. So just as an analogy, ads which would normally take $2 on a normal video, for which advertisers would pay $2 on a normal video, on that video, they paid $10 for it. So the ads were really expensive. Obviously, half of that goes to YouTube, another 30% goes to the US government, and then my government. Like one of those videos that will get more than 10 million views over time. I mean, I'm all for, as I mentioned, I need each video to get at least 100,000 views for this to be sustainable.
Proton, neutron, 3 sigma, 2. It just so happens that we have our 8 particles called baryons. Proton, neutron, 3 sigma, 2g, and 1.
Right here we can go back to the scientists being worried file, which would be Quarks. This one, there we go. Now we can remove the keyframes because we have saved it as a different thing. Like this. Oh, we still have keyframes left over. There we go. And then we can remove them also from the camera because we don't care for it no more. There we go. Okay, well, that's not what I meant. You could probably do it with your animations though. The problem is, one thing, which I suppose I should mention, is that in order for this to be sustainable, I need to get 100,000 views per video with weekly uploads. That's the crucial bit. I need to upload 4 videos a month and 100,000 views. So basically 400,000 views a month. Because 400,000 views a month is about... on a normal month, actually, hold on. Divide by 1,000. That's about 1,000 to 2,000 bucks. 500,000 views. That's 1,000 to 2,000 bucks. So yeah, I would need to get quite a lot of views. What am I trying to render here? But it's fine, I can make weekly
To
uploads.
explain, I'm not a mathematician, nor a physicist, so I am oversimplifying a fair bit here, but the idea is that it just so happens that we have our 8 particles called baryons. Proton, neutron, 3 sigma, 2g, and 1 lambda.
Okay, so right here we need to turn off the entire background of that scene. Would you prefer H2O over H2O or H2O under H20? I think I would prefer H2O over H2O. So you are covered for a month since my video got 400,000. Yes. Yeah, for a month. That's true. Well, but at the same time, you are covered for a month. The pickle there is that the month is over. You know, that video was a month ago. That's why I'm in the red, actually. So it's not really I'm covered for a month. I was covered for a month. I was covered for a month. It's fine, as I mentioned. I've saved up enough. This latex figure, right? Hadrons. Oh, all of these are just thrown around everywhere. That's no, that's not what I meant at all. These in here, turn them off, and then these in here also. Hi, the ninja. Welcome. Right here we need eightfold. Let's call it. Why not? And then we're gonna have 0. Like this. Like this, like this, like this, and then frames, and then intro, no, Quarks, yes, there we go, and then eightfold this way, like so.
I'm not a mathematician, nor a physicist, so I am oversimplifying a fair bit here, but the idea is that a physicist, so I am oversimplifying a fair bit here, but the idea is
this is going to be an easy 5 million views though. I don't think so. You see, the thing is, as I mentioned, a big issue I have is that I am ever so slightly bipolar. That's because I get excited over things, then I you know, think that I'm gonna be way more, that, you know, things are gonna be much better than they actually are, and then I fall down again, and then I realize that things aren't gonna be this much better, and this time I'm too pessimistic, then I'm too optimistic, and so on and so forth. I thought that this video would get 100,000. This video would get 100,000. This I knew would fail. That's not a problem. I thought that actually that's kind of it. I thought that these two videos would get 100,000. They didn't. Spoiler. Do you know what other videos that people who watch your videos watch? It can be useful when deciding what video to make next. I do. YouTube does tell me that, but I don't want to base my content like that. I would rather make content which I think is good rather than content which, you know, just to get the views.
a fair bit here, but the idea is that it just so happens that we have our 8-part course called Baryons.
Proton, neutron. Yeah, but what were those sigma and so on and so forth? Eightfold way, and then we need to go into the eightfold way. We need to find the oxide meson single baryons. What was the eightfold way predicting? There was like a list. I know there was an eightfold way. There we go. Proton, neutron. The sigma baryon. It's not charm, is it? It's up strange, up down strange, down strange. Strange baryons, I see. Proton, neutron. Okay, so we just need to turn them on one by one. Oh boy, I really wish I haven't done that then. Okay, new collection. Let's just turn it on real quick, and then proton neutron into that new collection, which did I make it inside the come on. Oh yeah, I made hadron inside hadrons. That's not what I need. Hadrons, there we go. Move these right here. Then we also have plus null minus. What did I use? What colors did I use for them? That's a good question. Sigma, top, charm. Oh, I really wish I was up strange. Up, down, strange. Down, down, strange. Okay, so this is all just variation of up and down. Can I just pick random colors as if it's gonna matter? Why can't I just... Yeah, whatever. You are coming with me. Because you're definitely there. Then we're gonna have you and Sigma. You're also coming with us. I hope you respect some constructive criticism. I think the Four Horsemen of Physics video didn't get 100,000 views because the thumbnail is over-animated and overwhelming for the average viewer. That is probably true, but it looks nice. I like it. I like it because it looks nice. The problem is, I simply do not know what kind of thumbnail I would... I don't know how to make clickbaity thumbnails. I really don't. I always just make thumbnails which I think look nice. So this one is obviously just good looking. It may not be, you know, something you want to click on, but as I mentioned. This one is fun because it's going from the simplest ones on the left to the most complex on the top right. Chemistry isn't what you think it is. I had no idea what to make there. That's why I just put a water molecule inside of the ice cube, because I just didn't know. 500,000 views. Yeah, it really is a lot, isn't it? That video really blew up. Successful videos have beautiful but not overwhelming thumbnails. They just have equations in them. That's the thing. This is actually... Oh, this is actually beautifully... put together. The most popular ones have equations in them. Second most popular ones have clickbaity titles or thumbnails, you know, negative energy or let's do physics in 7 dimensions. The third most popular ones, no idea, no clue. Fourth, actually, oh, Horseman is still top 8. Your videos are so good and underrated. Thank you, Ismail. Thank you so much. Funny enough, I'm actually working on another one. So that's these, but then we also have negative U. Let's go with red, and then red sigma, and then positive. So let's go with light blue. Why not? I'm pretty certain light blue was top anyway. There we go. And then all we have to do is go one by one, proton, neutron, 3 sigma, and then so on and so forth. Correct? Am I?
Proton, neutron, sigma, 2, G, and 1 lambda. And this way of describing these baryons actually happen to make a lot of sense. Now, from what I've provided you so far, you're probably extremely confused, which makes sense because I haven't explained it all that well, and the reason why is because the sources I'm using say shit.
I should probably censor this, shouldn't I?
Say shit like.
Okay, yeah, I probably should. Bars and tone. Ah, got an alarm.
Say shit like. We attempt once more, as in the global symmetry scheme, to treat the...
You need to pay attention to the colors in the thumbnail. There should be complete colors like orange and blue. You're saying monochromatic? Or actually not, that's not what you're saying. Alright, I will try with this one. With this one, actually, I already know what the thumbnail will be tied in. The thumbnail will be just this. This will be the... Well, I am going to squish them more vertically and spread them out horizontally to fill it in more, but I think this complementary my dear Watson. But I feel like this would be a good thumbnail, wouldn't it? This feels clickbaity, right? Elementary particles and then all of them in like a cinematic form. Yeah, I would click on that. Well, I wouldn't, but you know, it's clickable, certainly. That's a good thumbnail. Thank you. I think so too. I do believe this is one of my most clickbaity ones. Even though it's not clickbait, that is the Quarks I'm using. That's what I made them for.
idea is that it just so happens that...
You're seeing this, by the way? Uh-oh, well, let me restart my Premiere really quickly, because that's not supposed to be there. Now, I'm looking at time, I predict this will get 20 to 50 views. 20 to 50. I misread that. We will see, Titan. Titan, if you're correct, I will bestow great riches upon thee. If you're wrong, I will ban you. I think that's a fair deal. There are 70 on this, guys. Except, I mean, I don't... Higgs is odd. Higgs is more quantized field than a particle. Also, I don't know why Higgs is in the gauge bosons, and at this point, I am too scared to ask. Okay, there we go. There we go, neutron, save. Then we're gonna have... Nope, that's wrong. We want... U. 3 sigma. Fair enough. Fire video production. Thank you, Zoltan. And there we go. We should actually change the progress of the video, I suppose. Why is someone yelling outside my window? Right here. 7 minutes at this point. That's where we are. 7 minutes! Oh boy, oh gosh, oh golly. We're nowhere near finished.
One lambda, and this way.
It's fine, it's fine. It's fine, whatever. It's gonna be fine. Look how cinematic this is. That's only because of the shaders. That's the only reason. And well, I guess depth of field is also there. So we need to go right here.
Electron will emit a photon. This is of course an oversimplification, but that's why fire is bright and LEDs walk. Electrons aren't the only thing that has charge, but they are extremely light.
Yup, they indeed are. I just remembered how annoying this segment will be to animate. It is, however, fine because it's just going to walk. There we go.
They are extremely light, which means that if you get a bunch of atom nuclei together and charge, but they are extremely light, which means that if you...
I just realized this one's clipping through the floor. It's fine. My friends are trapped in Elsa Gate and I can't get through to their parents. What's Elsa Gate? There are too many elementary particles from the timeline. 812 will be more than enough, even though it's not technically correct.
Get a bunch of...
Oh, but it's actually... Yeah, but the thing is, if I only show 8 to 12, then everyone who knows about elementary particles will realize it. The thing is, I'm not really... When it comes to the orientation of elementary particles, it's actually pretty common to group them this way. It's Wikipedia does that, I know. Elementary particles. And a lot of people are familiar with this sort of thing. So with this kind of grouping, quarks, leptons, 4 gauge bosons, and Higgs on the side. But I wish I get more views than I predict. Well, I'd so too. Hi, the deep guy. Welcome.
Atom nuclei together and meld the electron...
How am I supposed to animate this?
Atom nuclei together and meld the electrons in between them into an electron soup, then you end up with something called metallic bonding. Really useful in wires because it can conduct electricity. Electricity basically means moving stuff using the electric field.
Ashad, with all, I mean it with all the respect and love in the world, but I will not look this up. I don't know why you would say something like this and then expect me to... I'm not gonna look it up. No. You're not describing... You're not selling it to me in a way that makes me want to look it up, you know? You have to remember 90% of YouTube science viewers aren't experts. Oh, you don't have to be an expert to know that about the 17 elementary particles. Or at least know, like, you know, how they're oriented. I thought you'd know, to be unfair. I didn't. And my life is worse now that I do, actually.
Which isn't difficult.
I'm physically close by. Hey, make it. Don't mind me, but would you tell me which video you are working on? I'm clueless, unfortunately. Elementary particles, actually. That's the one. The one about elementary particles. I'm thinking maybe I should remake this segment, rethink it. Yeah, you know what, that is true, actually. This is pointless. The metallic bonding is pointless.
Which means that if you get a battery light, it's useful in wires because it can conduct electricity. Electricity basically means moving stuff. Battery particles and Higgs is muon and tau are unstable, which isn't difficult by itself, but quarks are more strongly affected by the color charge, muon and tau. Electricity basically means moving stuff using the electric field. Light, which means that if you get a bunch of atoms,
This is so... Why did I add this in there? That's so irrelevant.
they're extremely light. Electricity basically means moving stuff using the electric field, which isn't difficult by itself, but quarks are more difficult by itself, but
Yeah, that's so pointless. I should just... Now I can just remove stuff. Oh my goodness, that solves so many of my problems. Right here, 870, because why not? All the quarks. We want them to basically move away. Because they don't work for moving electricity, since they are too strongly affected by the color charge and the strong interaction. Oh yeah, then Boston's not even gonna be there, are they? Hey make it, can I ask you a chemistry question? Always, you can always ask, but I don't know if I'll have the answer. I'm not a chemist. CBC thumbnail is superior to an accurate thumbnail. To be fair, most of my videos have the best, the more aesthetically pleasing part of any of my videos is most of the time just the intro and the outro. And for most of my thumbnails, I just use the animations from the intro or the outro. I'm gonna pretend nothing but make it stream exists in this moment. That's the mindset. I'm back from my laptop back. Ask me. Oh, perfect time, Farmermain. Yeah, deep guy. Ask Farmermain, please. I beg you. Actually, Farmermain, if I may be so bold as to ask, what is, like, at what level you are with organic chemistry? Because I am looking for an organic chemistry expert at the moment. That's because I've just been bugging Flame too much. Flame is absolutely phenomenal with theoretical chemistry, but I feel bad just bugging him about two different fields at the same time. So at what level are you? Okay, this is rendering. Oh, the other render, right, that's what I was doing. This, then blue, I think. Not red, blue. I make my master's and then doing PhD for organic chemistry. I'm going to trade school for clinical pharmacy. Wait, so you're on your master's level right now? That's perfect. That's all my experts are at master's level. How perfect. Farmermain, would you like a blue nickname? And maybe even your own channel on Discord. We'll see where we go with that. Not yet. I'm not sure. Alright. First impression is the best impression. Never overlook the importance of thumbnails. Viewers can only see beautiful animations of the video, they click it first. But at the same time, you have to consider that my channel has 40,000 subscribers. And those subscribers, I'm assuming, are people who, subscribe to my channel because they want to see more of my videos. So for everyone who is subscribed to my channel, thumbnails won't matter as much. Image of socialist agitation channel. No, we're not going this way. Hey, just to answer tough questions of a YouTuber. Why the rate of extended chemical reaction increases when concentration decreases? Doesn't the rate of reaction increase when the concentration increases too? There we go. This now. Render image. Even subscribers value thumbnails. Really? I don't know. Every single channel I'm subscribed to, I just watch their videos. I don't... Like, if I see a new Wes Hammer or Legal Eagle video dropped, or Rational Animations, I don't care about the thumbnail or title. I'm just watching it, because I know that they make good videos, and I like their videos. I just, like, trust their style. Maybe I just use YouTube in a weird way. But it is with perfecting their thumbnails. There is a difference, Titan. No. There is a difference. There is a difference. I think you're mistaking two different kinds of YouTubers, you see. You're mistaking two different kinds, because there are two kinds of YouTubers. There are the ones who are trying to do YouTube in a, let's just say, competitive way. I don't know what to call it. For example, Veritasium. Veritasium, when it comes to, like, science content, is about as big channel as you can get, right? Precisely because he makes videos like this. Like, the thing is, during this stream, he changed the thumbnail for that video, unless he's using the YouTube way to, you know, evaluate thumbnails. So, yes, YouTubers like these are obsessed with thumbnails. However, you really often do end up with people who are just trying to make YouTube in a non-competitive way, just trying to make YouTube for, you know, for the sake of sharing something. And they don't actually care about thumbnails exactly. The views may be lower, but at the same time, it, in my opinion, leads to a much better lifestyle. So, for example, tiny volumetric display. This isn't, I'm pretty certain this is just a frame from the video. I'm pretty certain all of these are actually frames from the video. Except I think for this one. And I don't really want to be this kind of YouTuber, you know? I don't want to make YouTube just for the sake... I don't want to make videos for the sake of making videos. I want to make videos as a way to share what I want to share. I think I saved one too many frames, actually. The thumbnail which tells me this is a make it video or a TikTok compilations. Yeah, but I have the same style for all my thumbnails. It's 3D text, 3D glowing text. If you see 3D glowing text, that's a make it video. That's... Everyone should be familiar with this by now. If you see a 3D glowing text video, that means it's a make it. 3D glowing text, 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 3D glowing text. This is a practical video, and these are the old ones, even though it still has 3D glowing text. I'm starting to dislike Veritasium for using 30 million different thumbnails. I share in that sentiment. I feel like I prefer Vsauce over Veritasium simply because Veritasium seems to be doing YouTube. I feel like Veritasium is losing the point. To me, it seems like Veritasium is going for the ends justify the means all the way, which I don't love that mentality, because really often if you pretend that, you know, ends always justify the means, then you lose the importance of the means. Veritasium also did not care about thumbnails until that one video, after which he said making videos is only half the battle. It's only half the battle if you care about the money and fame from it all. Come on now. Yeah, you may have many loyal viewers, but non-loyal viewers is where most of your views come from. Eventually some of them will join the loyal viewers. Yeah, but I'm fine with doing slow growth if it means I get to just do it the way I want to do it. I just hate the idea, absolutely despise the idea of sacrificing my values for profit. It makes my blood boil. It feels so weak to me, to be honest. Like, in my opinion, if you need to do something shady, that's just a sign of weakness. And considering, you know, how I am an amazing person, I wouldn't have the need for that weakness, right? because I'm powerful and omniscient, and, you know. Hi, Caleb. I was wondering when to say hi. Just joined in. Hi, Ramen. Did I forget to greet you? Did I really? I'm so sorry. Make it the way you want to do it. Exactly. Make it the way you want to make it. Fake it till you make it. That's what I always say. There we go. 4 and 5. I'm so unbelievably tired. I am so unbelievably tired, but it's fine. We can keep going. You know, these are different. That's good.
And 1 lambda. And this way of describing
Uh-oh, we're missing lambda. Oh no. What happened to my lambda? Did I not save the image? You can preserve your value while also making money. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm already preserving my values while also making money. The question is, should I sacrifice some of my values for more money? That's the question here. To make clickbaity thumbnails would mean I would have to start making videos not the way I want to make them, only the way that it's profitable to make them. No matter how much money you earn. Exactly. The thing is, in my opinion, I don't like the way Veritasium is doing it, because with Veritasium already has enough capital, both social and monetary, so that he doesn't actually need to make the clickbaity videos. He can do whatever he wants at this point. He's reached the point where no matter... he can just do what he wants and he will be successful.
This way of describing these barons actually happen to
make a lot of sense, right?
Now, from what I've provided you so far, you're probably extremely confused, which makes sense because I haven't explained it all that well. And the reason why is because the sources I'm using say shit like...
This is a bit offset. How clickbaity are we talking, make it? I'm not gonna clickbait. Hi, the lawmaker, by the way. You've changed your profile picture. You want to into your veins. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay, this is a bit off. We have to move it a bit.
Say shit like, we attempt once more, as in the global say shit like...
And right here we need the screenshot of the source I have. There we go. That's the shit I've been referring to. Hold on. I mean... Oh, did I link in this? Why did I link in this and not the... View technical report? Is that them? What am I looking for here? A blue bar at the bottom of the screen. Make its energy levels? No, this is how far we are with the video. Actually, let me update this. We're at 7 minutes. Oh, we already have 7 minutes, don't we? That's cool. What's the... How long is the video supposed to be? 32 minutes. At least it got a bit shorter. So there we go. That's our current progress with the video. It's a comically small amount. Okay. To be fair, this is a source from like 1960, isn't it? We attempt once more. Oh, I didn't save which page it was. Oh, it was the first one, right? That makes sense. That's why I thought it was so funny. It was like the first page. Ain't no barren super multiple general. There we go. That's the one. Now we just need to save this like so. And let me read my chart. Which one? The blood transfuse one? Yes. The blood transfuse one is the last one I have. I don't know if YouTube is deleting anymore.
Going from 18 to 8. The reason being really difficult to explain. I'm not a mathematician, nor a physicist, so I am oversimplifying a fair bit here, but the idea is that it just so happens that we have our 8 particles called baryons: proton, neutron, 3 sigma, 2 chi, and 1 lambda. And this way of describing these baryons actually happen to make a lot of sense. Now, from what I've provided you so far, you're probably extremely confused, which makes sense because I haven't explained it all that well, and the reason why is because the sources I'm using say shit like
I need to take a break. I've been streaming for 3 hours.
things say shit like we attempt once more, as in the
Here we go.
global symmetry scheme, to treat the 8 known baryons as a supermultiplet degenerate in the limit of a certain symmetry but split into isotopic spin multiplets by a symmetry breaking term. So yeah, let's just say that this is a tad difficult, you know. But the basic idea is, we have these 8 particles. Scientists come up with a theory of quarks and a way they can be combined. And it turns out that this theory predicted the particles they would create.
Okay, this is not that difficult to make. I started watching Veritasium 2020. The last time I was actually actively watching Veritasium was probably around 2018, 17. I don't remember. Back when he was making videos with Vsauce, those were good. Those were good videos. Because it felt like, basically, it felt like Vsauce except with less philosophy, which was perfect. Perfection. It's exactly what I'm looking for. The most important challenge is your distinct stamp animation human presentation. If you keep it up, I'm sure you'll make it big. I am sure too. Well, hopeful more than sure, I suppose. Okay, I think that'll be it for today's live stream. I'm really tired. I need to take a break. So I'm gonna go rest up for like an hour. What are you even doing on the streams? Mickey, I'm doing everything. What aren't I doing? Everything. Absolutely everything. Finishing a video, that's one. But speaking of the stream, I think it's time for this one to end. It's been 3 hours of work. I'm gonna go and have a rest, and then I'll finish the video. So for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.